Good morning, all. Agenda of today's recording is I'm going to explain the steps. How do we install, I would say, the editor that we are going to use to write Java program. Then I assume that you have watched all my, I would say, previous four videos in which I have started with basically introduction to programming language and how do we install Java and what is data types in Java. And then in the fourth video, essentially, I have explained how do we write a Java program, the first Java Hello World program. But sometimes the students, they struggle to install which version of community edition of IntelliJ they have to install, how do they have to install, and they end up installing the wrong editor. So what exactly is an editor? I'll just start with that, the basics. Why are we using an editor? So for example, let us say if you write some sentence in English, so we already have various types of editors available in our computer. For example, Notepad is an example of an editor. MS Word is also an example of an editor. When I say MS Word means Microsoft Word. So whenever you write any English sentence in Notepad, Notepad will not tell you that if there is any grammatical error, if there is any syntax error. But in MS Word, there is a utility called spell checker, which if you write, it will tell you if there is a spelling mistake, it is going to tell you that there is a spelling mistake. So similarly, MS Word has various other functionalities, but this recording is not all about MS Word or Notepad. I just wanted to give you an analogy so that you understand that what is the role of an editor. So MS Word, in that you can count the number of words. If there is any spelling mistake, if there is any typo, then MS Word will highlight that error. So similarly, whenever we are trying to write a Java program, we need some sort of an editor which will help us to prevent doing mistakes, right? So MS IntelliJ is one such editor. Is that the only editor available in the market? The answer is no. There are various editors available in market such as Eclipse, IntelliJ, NetBeans, Visual Studio Code. Can we use any of them to write our Java program? The answer is yes. But then which is highly recommended? The answer is IntelliJ is strongly recommended to write Java program. Visual Studio is another editor which is used to write, I would say, the code for front-end applications, which we will cover in future videos. But as of now, our intention is to understand what is IntelliJ, how do we download community edition of IntelliJ. I'm using the word community edition. So there are two types of, I would say, two versions of IntelliJ available in the market. One is a licensed one, which is a paid one. It has a trial period of 30 days. It has some advanced features, right? But then it comes with a subscription fees, right? So because we are trying to learn something, so we are not going to use an editor which is going to cost us money. So we will go with the community edition. So let us quickly start with the steps. How do we install a community edition of IntelliJ? Now, before we start downloading and installing IntelliJ, the most important thing is we must have Java installed on our laptop. Do not install IntelliJ without installing Java first. So I assume that if you are watching this video, you would have installed Java on your laptop. Then how do we verify if Java is installed on our laptop? I'll quickly first show you the steps. I'm sharing my screen. So I'll quickly I open my command prompt. I have to type CMD. You can see here at the top when I type CMD, it opens my command prompt. And if Java is installed, the command is JAVA, all in small. Remember, Java is a Java JAVA space. You have to give space minus version. And if it gives you the version of Java installed, that means Java is installed. If it gives you an error that Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, that means Java is not installed on your laptop. So for this training, we are going with, I would say, Java 1.8. So let us see if it gives us the version of Java installed or not. So as you can see here, it gives me the installation, the Java version is Java 1.8. You can see here, this is the version of Java, right? So 1.8 point. So you have to just focus on these 3 bits and you can ignore this. This is called minor version. This is called major version. That means 1.8 Java version is installed. Now we can go to the internet and then we can download the community edition of, I would say, IntelliJ. So how do I go here? I'll come here and then I'll say download. Can you see here? I have typed here download community edition IntelliJ. And then maybe if I'm assuming that we all are using Windows machine. If you are using MacBook machine, then you will have to follow some other separate videos on YouTube, right? So I'm just covering only for Windows. So I'm saying download community edition IntelliJ for Windows. Sorry, there's a typo, for Windows. So Windows is a operating system, right? So uh, now you'll ask what is operating system. So operating system is something like if you have an iPhone, it has a separate operating system. If you have Android, so Android is the operating system. iPhone has another operating system. Similarly, we have different types of mobile phone. Similarly, computers also work on different operating systems. Some of them are MacBook, so it has a different operating system. Mac has operating system, and Windows laptop has Windows operating system. So now we are trying to download the community edition of IntelliJ for Windows. You can see there are various links here. So JetBrains is the company which is responsible for, basically they have developed this product IntelliJ. So we are going to click on this. The moment we click here, the first link that comes here is it says IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate. So mostly students, they end up clicking on this, but ultimately this is not a free version. This is a paid version, right? When I say paid version means there is a license cost. So it has a 30 days trial period free. Do not install this, because after 30 days it will start saying that, sorry, you cannot work on this unless until you pay money. So we are not going to click on this. I'll scroll down a bit, scroll down further. And then now you can see here, it says that IntelliJ Community Edition, right? So you can say idea for Java and Kotlin enthusiasts. So this is the IntelliJ that I need to download, right? So you have to understand one thing. First of all, we must have Java installed on our laptop. And after that, we have to download the community edition. Why community edition? Because it is free. Um, and moreover, in future also, whenever we are doing the training, we'll always be going for the community edition, which is softwares which are free, which is not going to cost us money. So I'm going to click on this. And when I click on this, it starts downloading. You can see it says that at the top, it shows some circle which shows that it is being downloaded at the top, and then your download should start separately. If it does not, then please use this directly. Then if it does not start, then you have to click on this link, and then you can do a right click and open link in new tab. So again, it has downloaded 2 times, right? Now, how much time it is going to take, it depends completely on your internet speed. I just want to show you that I have already downloaded it, and it by default it gets downloaded in the downloads folder, right? So the location where the software gets downloaded is C:\users. Let's say if I'm Kundan Sharma, there will be a C:\users Kundan Sharma downloads folder, right? I'll quickly go here and I'm going to show you. This is the downloads folder. On the left hand side, you can see uh, downloads folder. When I click on this, right, I'll just I want to highlight it. When I click on this, so this is already downloaded, right? So because before recording this video, I already downloaded this because I wanted to save time. You can see here this the size is 708 megabytes. So this much of at least space is required on your laptop, right? I'm going to uh, click now. How this is downloading IntelliJ. Does it mean that IntelliJ is installed and ready to use? The answer is no. We have just downloaded it. It is not yet ready for you. So you have to install it. So sometimes the students get confused. They say that yes, I have installed Java. So they download Java. They say my Java is installed. I have downloaded IntelliJ. My IntelliJ is installed. So downloading does not mean that you have installed it as well. So downloading is the first step. Second step is you have to basically click on it and then execute it. Now this is, you can see here, this is an executable file. Executable file means it's a software, it's an application. Now I'm going to click on this, right? Because I have downloaded multiple versions, I'm going to delete few of them because I don't want to keep unnecessary space here. So I'm just deleting the unused ones. And now I'm going to click on this. If I click on this, let us see what happens. It will start installing basically the community edition of IntelliJ, and it gives me a warning like, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? So you have to click on yes. And then let us see how it progresses. So it gives you some a message. Then you don't have to apply your brain. Simply keep clicking next, 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 next means you don't have to choose any specific or say make any modifications in your choices, right? It says this set the IntelliJ IDEA community version that you want to uninstall. So it is giving me that this is already a community edition of IntelliJ is already installed on my laptop. So it says, do you want to uninstall? So if it is already installed, then only you're going to get this error. But if it is not installed, then you will not get this kind of error. So maybe I can click on this. I want to uninstall it. And maybe I can choose this or I can choose this. But remember this, please do not get confused if this screen does not come up. This screen comes up only and only if you already have community edition of IntelliJ installed on your laptop, because you will be doing for the first time. So you might not get this screen. So you don't have to break your head if you say that, sir, your video is showing a different screen and we are getting a different screen. Please do not break your head. Simply click on this. I'm doing it basically because I want to uninstall and then I want to proceed further. So I'll click on next. And then it gives me an option that do you want to delete, I would say, the previous versions, because I already have it installed it. So I can say that maybe you can, this is giving me error only for community edition, right? So because I already had community edition installed on my laptop, so therefore it is giving me, said, do you want to delete the previously stored files, the cache history, etc. So therefore I need to choose this. I don't want to uh, basically keep this, and then I click on uninstall. So it is first going to uninstall the previously community edition of IntelliJ, and then it will install basically. Okay, so this is now you can see this, the previously community edition of IntelliJ is uninstalled, and now it is saying that now do you want to install? So now it is asking me, so if you are trying to install community edition of IntelliJ, if it is already installed, then first of all it is going to say that sorry, there is already a version installed on your laptop. Do you want to uninstall it? So you have to click on uninstall, right? And then when you click on uninstall, it is going to uninstall it, and then it will start installing the new IntelliJ version. So it is saying that do you want to install at this location, right? So this is C program files JetBrains idea. So you can change this location, you can install it anywhere, but I strongly recommend not to change it. All the softwares in Windows operating system by default they go in C program files. It is a restricted folder. So let us go with the, I would say, the default location. As you can see in the message here, space required is 2.7 gigabytes. That means you must have this much space free on your laptop, and the free space available is 315 gigabytes on my laptop. So I'll be able to install it easily. Now I'm going to click on next. And then I don't have to, so I couldn't, sorry, there are so many options. What do I do? What option should I choose? Shall I choose, click on this? So I can choose only one option, create a desktop shortcut. I can click on this so that a desktop will be created, and then I don't have to worry anything about anything else. I'll click on next. Only if I want to have a shortcut on my laptop, I have to click on this. That's it. And then keep clicking next, next. You don't have to break your head. And then let us see what happens once IntelliJ is installed. So you can see that it is, if you notice here, it is trying to basically, it says some library, some software is getting installed. You don't have to understand this. No one is going to ask you in the interview how to install IntelliJ. So students, basically those who are from, those who are beginner, they start panicking a lot. What is IntelliJ? How do we install? So this is not an interview question. We are just doing a simple preparation. How do we write our first Java program, right? To write a Java program, you must have Java installed on your laptop, which I have already covered in my previous videos. After that, we need some sort of an editor which will help us to write Java program without doing too many mistakes. It is just like if a child is walking, if you give a walker, then child is not going to fall. So similarly, IntelliJ is going to help us write a Java program. If you do any mistakes, it will tell you that there is a compilation error or you have done some mistakes. It will also suggest you something. So this is what we are going to achieve with the help of this IntelliJ. Now it says completing IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. So if you want to click on this run IDEA, if you click on this, it is going to run it straight away. If you don't want to run it, just keep it click. I'll just simply click on finish. And then when I click on finish, that means now my IntelliJ is installed. And again, I'll go back on my desktop. It would have created a shortcut. Now you can see here on my desktop, because I chose an option that create a shortcut on my laptop. So it has created. Now I'm going to click on this IntelliJ, right? So when I click it for the first time, how does it look like? Let us see here, right? So it says, it gives you import settings, ultimate settings. I want to click on simply skip import. I don't want to if this screen is coming, it's well and good. But the IntelliJ version community edition might change if you're watching this video maybe 3 years down the line. Then the version of, I would say, IntelliJ would have changed something. And now it is saying that do you want to import settings? So it is saying IntelliJ Ultimate. So my laptop also has a licensed version of IntelliJ installed. So therefore it is giving me this message. Because you are doing it for the first time and you don't have any licensed version of IntelliJ installed on your laptop, you are not going to get this message, right? So I'm simply going to click on skip import and then see this is how it looks like for the first time, right? So this is now you can see you don't have to understand each and every option. Projects, customize, plugin, learn, new project, open, clone repository. You do not have to break your head. What we are going to do, we are simply going to click on the first option, which is first of all, I'm going to click on this cross and I'm going to click on this new project, right? When I click on new project, you can see we have the various options here, right? So this is how it appears. It says Java project, and there are various other options. We don't have to worry about these options, so we'll skip it at the moment. And then on the top, you see here, this is the name of the project. Whatever name of the project you want to give, you can give the name, right? And then this is basically the location. Location means where exactly on your laptop the project will be created, right? So you can see here, this is saying tilde slash idea projects. So now you will be asking, Kundan, what does this tilde mean? So this is a shortcut for basically user home directory, right? Now you will be asking, Kundan, what is user home directory? So I'll give you a simple analogy. This laptop belongs to Kundan, right? So my laptop will have a structure C colon users Kundan Sharma. So this is the path where this is the folder where this refers to, I would say, the user home directory for Kundan Sharma. For example, if your name is Alka, then your laptop might have a structure like C colon users slash Alka. Then this becomes your home directory. I'll show you. Directory means a folder structure. How does it look like? So if I go to my Windows, you can see when I click on C colon, and then I'll show you the users folder. Users. Can you see here Kundan S? So this Kundan S is basically, so this location is called user home directory. C colon users Kundan S. Similarly, in your case, it will be C colon users Alka. So this becomes your user home directory, right? So now if I go back here on IntelliJ, if I'm saying this, by default, it says untitled one. I don't want to keep my project name as untitled. I'll say, I can give any name. I'll say my first Java project. You can give any name, whatever you want. It's not that it has to be my project. You can say samosa, potato, whatever you want, you can give. And this is the location, right? So for the time being, I'm not changing this location. But if you want to change this location, you can create any folder at a location of your choice, and then you can basically, you can see here, I just want to show you again, again click on it so that you know where exactly the project is getting stored, right? So if you notice here at the top, the folder is now C users Kundan S idea project. So this is basically, it refers to this, I would say the tilde sign. This is called tilde. TILDE. This is in computer, we call it tilde sign. Inside tilde, idea project. So you can see your project will be stored at this location, C colon users Kundan S idea projects, right? So I'm not going to change this default location. I'm going to click on OK. And now you can see here, we have various options. So you might get confused, Kundan, what should I do? Please do not click on anything else. Right now, by default, this IntelliJ is highlighted, right? So you have to click on IntelliJ. This is JDK. So JDK, I have already told you that how do we install JDK. Right now it is showing me JDK 17 because I'm having JDK 17 on my laptop. But because we are using JDK 1.8, this drop down will also show you JDK 1.8 option also. You can also download JDK if you are launching it for the first time. But as I said this, because we have already installed JDK, so we are not going to download it. I don't want to add more complexity to it. However, If you do not, if you haven't downloaded JDK, then you can click on this download JDK and it will take you to the Oracle site, right? So we don't want to do that. So we are going to use the already, which is Java installed. I'm going to use this JDK 1.8. And you can see here, it says by default, these two options are checked. It says add sample code, right? So if I say add sample code, I'm going to uncheck this, right? If I click, if I do not untick this, then it is going to create some sample code for me, right? So, but I don't want to create a sample code. So I'm simply going to untick this, uncheck this. So no code will be created and I'm going to click on create. When I click on create, it is going to create my project, Java project. Just to reiterate what we have done so far, we have downloaded community edition of Intellij, right? And then we tried launching Intellij, and now we are trying to create our first Java project, right? So you can see there are various options. You do not have to worry about these remaining options. Just focus on Java, and you can give any name of the project. And right now we are giving the name of the project as my first Java project. Now, other important thing is next time if you try to create other project, and then where exactly this project is getting created, it is getting created in the inside the user home directory idea projects, right? Next time when you try to create a new project, you can create new projects as many times as you want, but you have to give a different name to your project, right? You cannot have two projects with the same name. Now you'll be asking, Kundan, why is it not possible? The answer is, let us say if we have two students in the class and both of them name is Ashok. If you call Ashok, then they'll be confused who's which Ashok we are referring to. Similarly, in a computer, in a directory, we cannot have two folders with the same name. It is not possibly, it is not allowed. So we have to give a different name. Now I'm going to click on, I would say, make sure that you untick this option, right? You're not going to click it. By default, it is checked. So you have to keep it unticked. And now I'm going to click on create. So when I click create, it is going to create a project name. Uh, my project name will be my first Java project. It will be created in this location, right? And you have to make sure that this Intellij is highlighted, right? If you click here now, Maven is highlighted, Gradle is highlighted. You have to click on this Intellij, JDK is chosen, and now I'm going to click on create, right? So now you can see that uh, my project name is, you'll see some various options are coming here. You don't have to worry about this. You can click on cancel. Now on the right hand side, it's completely blank, and on the left hand side it creates a this kind of project structure, right? So don't worry. Okay, Kundan, I don't know what is this dot idea means, what is this dot ignore means, what is this external libraries, scratches and consoles. You do not have to know everything. Now you'll be asking, Kundan, why do I don't have to know everything? I'll give you a simple analogy. Whenever you're trying to learn a car driving, right? So while driving, while learning car driving, do you say that I cannot learn the car unless until I understand each and every part of the engine? Can you please open the engine and show me every mechanics, nut and bolt, the function of each and every mechanical part which is fitted inside the car? Do you say that? The answer is no. We can still learn car driving without even understanding anything about the engine. So similarly, this editor is just to help you to write your Java program, right? So now you don't have to worry about this dot idea folder. Now the only folder that we will be interested is this src folder, right? So what you have to do, you have to basically do right click here, select this folder, do a right click, and then you see new, and then you get various options: Java class, file, package info.java. So because we are trying to learn Java, I'm going to click on this Java class here, right? And then it says that new Java class, what should be the name, right? So you might say, shall I name as my first Java project? The answer is it's always recommended to give a different name from the project, but you can still give the same name also. But this is like my first Java project, and there is no idea, no fun giving the same name. So you can say that maybe uh, test, or maybe demo.java. right? This is, if I say this is a new Java class, you don't have to give extension. If I say simply write demo, then my Java, I mean say, let's call it a hello world. Rather than demo, I'll say hello world, right? So you can give any name like this. So whenever we give name, the convention is the name always starts with capital letter, right? It's not that you cannot give a small name. I mean, you can say write like this as well. But do you write your name like this? Like, are you going to write Alka or do you write Alka? The answer is this is the recommended way where the first, I would say, letter is capital. So I'm going to click on this. I'll say hello world. And then when I click on this class, right, it creates my first class. So my first class has been created, right? So you can see here public class hello world, and then the name of the class here is also hello world. So my file name is hello world Java and my Java class name is hello world Java. Both are exactly matching. And now inside this I can basically write any program that I want. Let us say if I want to uh, whatever piece of code I want to write, I can write it. That I have already explained. I'm not going to explain how do I write a Java program. That has already been covered in the other video, right? But this was just to showcase that how do I install community edition of IntelliJ and how do I write my Java program. Let us say if I'm done with this Java program, right? And if I want to create another class. So do I need to create another project again? The answer is no. You can create Java class, as many Java classes as possible inside the same SRC folder. Now, how do I create another class? I'll again select SRC, and let us say if I again do a new Java class, if I create here hello world, let us see what happens if I try to create a class with the same name, right? I use the word hello world. Now it says cannot create class. Can you see here? It says that cannot create class because the error message says uh, this hello world.java already exists. So inside this folder, this hello world is already exists. So you cannot create another class with the same name, right? So if you want to create another class, you can definitely do it new Java class. And if I say, let's say student, right? Now you can see here, it has created another class, public class student, right? And then this is my file name is exactly same as my Java class. So this is basically a simple illustration. The purpose of this video is to explain you how do I download community edition of IntelliJ, right? And how do I open IntelliJ to create my first project. And I also explained you the meaning of tilde, where exactly this folders are getting created. Now, if at all, if you want to understand where exactly this student.java or hello world.java is stored in my computer. So again, I told you the project location was, the location was something like this when we were trying to create a project. This was tilde idea projects. Now you'll be asking what is this tilde? This refers to user home directory, which means that in my case, it will be C colon users and my name on this computer is Kundan S slash idea projects. And inside this idea projects slash my name of a folder is my first Java project. So this is the complete path where this complete project will be located. I will show you physically also. Now I have to, you have to use shortcut, say Windows E. Now you'll be asking Kundan, what is Windows E? Windows E is a shortcut to open Explorer, right? So if you can see at the bottom, let's say this is basically, this is the Windows icon, right? So, and there is something like, let me just click a picture and show you what does Windows icon looks like on the keyboard. Now I'm going to show you basically how do I basically do a shortcut. There are various things which I want to cover. So I want to show you how does my image looks like first of all. So the keyboard looks something like this. I'm going to quickly show you my keyboard. Um, Let me see if I can rotate this. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll rotate this image. Perfect. So this is how the keyboard looks like. I just want to show you. So if you look at the bottom, right, so this is the Windows keyboard. This is the Windows keyboard and this is the E keyboard. So when I say if you want to open Explorer, you have to press both the keys, one thumb with, put your thumb here and put your another finger here, and you have to press both these things together. It is going to open Explorer. So remember that these are the two shortcut. When you say Windows E, I am referring to this key and this key, and that's going to open the Explorer. Next thing is I also explained that how do we send a screenshot. So sometimes the students, they get confused. So there is a, this is called print screen button on your keyboard. Whenever you click on this print screen, if you're having any issues, if you want to ask me any question, if you click on the print screen button, it basically what it does, whatever is there on the screen right now, it is going to copy the whole, I would say, take a snapshot of whatever is visible on the screen. And then, for example, let us say if I want to give a demonstration, how does it work like? If I click on this print screen at the moment, if I click print screen on my keyboard, I cannot show you, but I'm just telling you, this is how basically, if I click print screen, this means it captures the complete screenshot, and then you have to go on the WhatsApp. And then let us say if I'm just trying to say Alka, right? So if I just type here Alka, and then if I type here, here you have to press Control V. If you press Control V, then it is going to basically take the complete what do you call the complete screenshot. It's going to paste here. So this is how you have to basically send the, I would say, the screenshot. Now I'm trying to, I was initially trying to tell you where exactly my Java classes are, I would say, kept. Now I'm going to press Windows E Explorer. So we have to go to the location, which is here. If I click here C colon, and if I say users, and then Kundan S, and then the folder name was Idea Projects. Can you see here? This is Idea Projects. And then inside this, we create our first project, which is my first Java project. Now you can see here, my first Java project is here. So if I click on this and the complete folder structure, we created our Java class inside the SRC folder. Now if I go on this SRC, I see my two classes, hello world.java and student.java. So this is basically what I wanted to run through you. Now I'll quickly open my YouTube channel, and then I'll show you at what stage you have to watch this video. Okay, so this video has been recorded. I would say the sequence is going to be something like this. My channel name is Universal IT Services, right? So you have to search on YouTube with this name, Universal IT Services, right? And then it is the channel name is Java Simplified. So once you have watched this video, why do we need Java programming? Why do we need programming languages? Second is JDK versus JRE. Third is 2A JDK versus 2. Basically, there are two parts. One is JDK versus JRE. This one talks about how do we install Java 1.8 version. The third one is data types in Java. And the fourth one basically starts with the first Hello World program, right? So students, when they start watching this video, they do not understand what exactly is happening in this Intellij. So they were facing some issues. Sometimes they were not able to install community edition of Intellij, etc. So they get confused. How do I basically install editor? So you have to watch this video, the video which is being recorded. It is going to be named as 4A installation of community edition of Intellij, and I'm going to rename this my first Java program to 4B. So make sure you watch the video 4A and then you watch this video first Java program. So that ways it will be easier for you to basically write your first Java program, install the community edition of Intellij. So I hope this video was clear enough. And I would request all of you to leave your comments and feedback if at all you want me to improve, right? So if you are facing any issues, then make sure you give a feedback, and then I'll try to clarify your doubts. That's all I wanted to record for this video. Thank you.